This conference will now be recorded.
So good afternoon from Zagreb, and welcome to our this year edition Adria Education Day. Uh, my name is Sibila Borovic-Šoštarić, and on behalf of the EIT Raw Materials Regional Center Hub Adria, we are one of the co-organizers of this event. Regional Center Hub Adria exists from 2018, covers Adria region, and is actually a joint force of three partners, two Slovenian partners, Slovenian National Building and Civil Engineering Institute, ZAG, Slovenian Geological Survey, and now it's also one of our partners is a Slovenian incubator from the University of Ljubljana. So we are here to see on the education programs implemented in the past couple of years at the University of Zagreb, and we would like to offer our view on the future of the education of the raw materials young professionals. What are the needs of the market? How did we meet these market needs? What are we offering to our students? And what were the main challenges, and how did we implemented solutions here in Zagreb? In doing this, we have been strongly supported by funding from the EIT Raw Materials and also through regional structural funds regarding the first drafts of our new study programs. So the aim of our event is to present an opportunities in raw material studies or education here in Zagreb, and especially to present two international master programs, one in exploration geology and one in mineral and metal process engineering, and also to show you how did we embed industrial collaboration, innovations, and entrepreneurship and technological developments during the study, in the study programs, through various of add-in, I would say, projects which are complementary to our programs. The higher education systems are quite challenging to be changed, and from the idea of a change of the study program until the new study program and accreditation at the beginning of the new students studying at this program, the new future graduates, it takes years. So these complementary programs, which are, let's say, rapid introduction of a new state-of-the-art technologies, innovations, methodologies, etc., are extremely important. So in the first block, there are two lectures from my colleagues on the development of the new education programs, full curricular developments in University of Zagreb, and then we will present international raw materials oriented master programs, TIMREX and PROMIS program, and then we will continue with collaboration, innovation, and technological developments during and after the study for the students, like RIS internship program, like RICOMAC program, like DMISI, but also for the graduated students or professionals that could also contribute to these lifelong learning programs, especially DMISI, envisaged for the professionals, and Pro SLO, which is for the PhD students, but also young professionals. So with these introductory words, I will ask my speakers in the block one to present the first case. So I'm introducing to you my colleague, Associated Professor Ana Maricic, here from University of Zagreb, to present development of a study program in geology and geological engineering. So Anna, please, the floor is yours.
Thank you, Sibila. I will now share my screen. Okay. Okay, can you see a presentation? Okay. Okay, and
Yes.
okay. Thank you, Sibirla, for your introduction. And together with my colleague Snježana Mihalić-Arbanas, we did this presentation about our new study program in applied geology and geological engineering that partly started this year and partly will start last year and partly will start next year. You will see it during the presentation. So first I need to mention what are our current study programs at the university. These programs started in 2006 in sixth year, and this year actually at October of 2023 was the last year that we enrolled first year of the students in the bachelor program and the first year students in the master program in Croatian language. This undergraduate study program was in geological engineering, and afterwards students enrolled two different graduate study programs. One was in engineering geology, while the other program was in geology with sub-program geology of mineral resources and geophysical exploration. And after some time, our faculty decided to change the program, and there were a few reasons why they decided to change the current program to a new program. For example, it was outdated program, and we wanted to update it with the new advancements in knowledge, in technology, in using different tools and computer skills, modeling and industry practices. Then also there were new fields of interest and exploration in geology and geological engineering, and we wanted to implement that in our new program. Then we noticed that some of the courses weren't following industrial needs and trends. Also, there was a lack of entrepreneurship skills, and also there was a problem with the staff that was finishing with our studies, and they didn't follow development of technology on the market. And also one big problem was a lack of practice and connection with the industry. So these new programs will help us to maintain the quality and competitiveness of the program, because we received a lot of feedbacks from our old students, from alumni organizations, some different industry professionals and regulatory bodies. What are the main points for the improvement of the new program? And this actually took a lot of time to develop new study programs. As you see, in 2006 was the first year of our bachelor and master study program, because before of that we had integrated program that duration of that program was 4 years, and in 2006 we started with bachelor and master study programs. And after some time there were some projects that were dealing like target project, I need to mention it, with dealing about outcomes of the study programs, and they started to thinking that we need to update our current study program. And in 2018, development of the study program concept started. And here you can see all the steps that we needed to pass to receive accreditation. And in 2023, we finally received accreditation for our bachelor degree program and for our master degree program. And this October will be the first year that the students are enrolling a first year of bachelor degree program and master degree program in Croatian language will start. While we already started, we have a first generation on our faculty of the master study students in English language. You will hear something about that in a presentation about TIMREX. Here you can see some major information about our two study programs, about bachelor and master. As you can see, bachelor study program lasts 3 years. It has 6 semesters, and the students need to pass 188 ECTS credits, while our master program has duration of 2 years, and students will gather 120 ECTS points during the studying. It's very important to mention that both study programs are accredited in 2 scientific areas, in technical sciences and in natural sciences, and in 2 different scientific fields, in scientific field of mining, petroleum and geological engineering, and in scientific field of geology. What is very big strength of our program. It's very important also to mention that at students that want to enroll our master program, they can choose 4 different modules. These modules are first hydrogeology, then engineering geology, geoenergy, and also exploration and environmental geology. And what is the structure of our program? Here you can see that they have, no matter what module they want to enroll, they have 10 obligatory courses. For example, sedimentology, mineral deposits exploration, and so on. So we wanted that all the students that are enrolling on our master program, that they all have the same, that they all receive obligatory learning outcomes through these 10 obligatory courses. So these green fields are actually our obligatory courses, and these pink fields, they represent the courses that are obligatory for each module. So for example, here I put all the courses for each module, but for example, for exploration environmental geology module, students need to enroll all these courses, for example, exploration geochemistry, industrial mineral deposits and application, analysis of mineral paragenesis, analytical methods in ore deposits. So our students that are now enrolled in our program in English, they besides the obligatory part of the courses, they need to also enroll these module courses that are here that are represented for the exploration and environmental geology module. Here I put all the learning outcomes. There are 22 different learning outcomes, and we wanted that students, no matter what module decides to enroll, they will all have the learning outcomes from all 4 different fields, or better to say, all 4 different modules. For example, they will all learn how to propose geological, geochemical, geophysical, and statistical methods in the exploration of raw mineral deposits through the courses that are obligatory for all the students. What are the major strengths of our program? It's very important to say that it is very well defined specialization. Most of the courses are project-based, and they have a lot of practical learning. Courses are oriented towards different sectors. For example, for the raw materials, environmental or water sector, and so on. And through they have a lot of field and laboratory practice where they will learn hands-on experience. They will have different practical skills in real world scenarios. They will also need to do a professional work and internship, and master thesis will do in a different different economic entities. They will have application of different softwares in majority of courses, and very important to mention interdisciplinary approach, because as I mentioned, two different scientific fields, and also we have a lot of teachers with different backgrounds and different scientific specializations. And what are the opportunities for students? They have we can always have joint and double degree programs like TIMREX. Then it's for the students, it is very important horizontal and vertical mobility. What this type of programs, they can easily go to other university, because this program is comparable to other programs. And one also important thing, that curriculum can be modified, can be updated and continuously improved, what is very important for the students. Also, it's very important to mention that we wanted to also incorporate all our learning outcomes, especially the ones that the students will have during the courses on the exploration environmental geology module, to fit into the 8 overarching learning outcomes. So these 6 8 overarching learning outcomes are, we try to fit each our learning outcome to fit one of the OLOs, which is very important for development of our study program, and also a module. Thank you for your attention. If you have maybe some questions, please feel.
Thank you, Anna. I would like to invite you to stay with us until the end of the presentations, and then we'll have a joint Q&A. And if there are any questions coming through your minds, and you can also write in the chat. And we will continue with the next speaker. This is our Professor Dalibor Kuchinek, who will tell us on the module called Miners that was developed under one of the EIT raw materials project, and how it was transformed into the curricula of the new mining new mineral engineering master program at University of Zagreb. So Dalibor, please. Ne čujemo te. You are muted.
Do you hear me now?
Yes.
Okay, is it now okay?
We don't see the presentation.
Da, kratko sam je maknuo. I had to move it for a little bit to change the sound properties. So you hear me now? Okay.
Yes, yes.
Let's switch again back to presentation. Do you see now the presentation?
Yes.
Okay, then I'll start. Thank you, Sibylla, for the introduction. So I will show you results from one project that was done a few years ago, that we changed or moved to a mining engineering master program, and how we did it, and what the students did on this project, and what we plan for them in this course that we will have. So as you can see, the abbreviation, this project was dealing with mine emergency response and rescue school. So it was a school for the students to learn how to rescue people in case of an accident. The knowledge gained here will be used in the current underground mines, and also in tourist mines that are open more and more all over Europe. It was an IT raw materials project with partner Mountain Universität Leoben, and it lasted for 2 years from 2018 to 2019. We had several partners in this project. As you can see here, we are happy that we were included in this. And the aim of this project was to compare and unify how these topics are taught for the students, and so that we can make it universal, and that our students and their students can come work anywhere in Europe and have the same knowledge, experience, and practices, so that when some kind of emergency arises, so that they are not puzzled or maybe have problems because some of them are doing some things on different ways. You can see here with a bit more text, which I will not read, what was the principle and idea of this project. So we had 2 years time. In the first year, we did do the comparison. We created a handbook for students, prepared the teaching materials, and we made calls for students and made the selection process. And then in second year, we did all the work needed for preparation and organization of the 1-week workshops. So there were hands-on courses for 28 students from 3 different countries. And we had 3 weeks during the year 2019 in the March and in the middle and almost at the end of this year. The pity was that immediately after that, the corona came, and this kind of spoiled the possibilities and some plans that we had, but it's something that we had all problems with. I wanted to show you a few pictures from these hands-on seminars that we had. So the student had some short lectures. We showed them some skills. We have learned how to make first aid with injured people. We also visited here in Zagreb our fire department station, had some exercises there. And then we made exercises when students were practicing saving injured person from a mine. Here in Zagreb, it was in Technical Museum, and then in mine St. Barbara in Rude near Samobor. We also then had 2 another workshops abroad in Austria and Germany, when the students had the possibility to use these special devices for breathing. So when there is a accident in mine, then usually the air is not appropriate for breathing, so you need a special device for that. And in these 2 workshops, they had the possibility to see how they work, how they are maintained, and had the possibility to use them in practice in real situations. These are the students and the people that were involved in this from the last workshop that was held in Leoben. And few important things to mention again. So we have seen the value of this program for our students too. And when the department started talking about changing the master study program, all of us who were a part of this project wanted to include it. We were happy when this was answered affirmative. So we have added this subject course to the 3rd semester. The students are now in the 2nd semester, and we are very happy to start with the lectures in the next semester that is coming. The course is interdisciplinary. You need very lot of skills, possibly good physical condition. They have the possibility, and they learn how to use maps, how to orientate themselves in underground situations, how to communicate with different kinds of equipment, first aid, as I said, and transport of injured persons to the entrance when the other will take over. So we only deal with the problematic part where the usual emergency services are not able or trained enough to work and do their job as they are supposed to do. So opportunities for students in this course are hands-on learning through practice. They can gain experience in different environments and experience the use of various equipment and learning and acquisition of skills and knowledge in an international team. So this was an international workshops, and we hope that we'll be able to get some students here and also in the future have this subject, of course, also in English, and maybe even that they start here and then they continue somewhere else in these partnering universities, and they'll be able to have more semesters in these topics. For end, I would like to show a video from one of the workshops, which will show you a little bit more how the final, let's say, practices were made. Now I'll start. So thank you for attention. If you have any questions, I will be here now or later during the discussion.
Thanks, Dalibor. It was really great, especially the movie. We were really into the rescuing. It was very interesting. So we move from the changes of the study program to our international raw materials master programs, and I would like to invite Professor Ferenc Madai from University of Miskolc to tell us a short story on the Miskolc Master Program in Exploration Geology. Ferenc, please, the floor is yours.
Thank you very much, Sibila. Actually, I received the question about to talk about the TIMREX program. I'm afraid. Yes, TMAX program. Okay, good. So then I try to share my screen. Please tell me if it works. Okay, and do you see my? Okay, it's going on. Okay, good. Thank you. So this is a short introduction about the TMREX master program, where University of Miskolc and Zagreb also a partner, and also Wrocław University and the Lula University of Technology as well. I would like to start a bit from a distance. Is that what was the reason for this master program, and one kind of specialty of this that. Currently, in the European Union, there is a new policy for the raw materials, and this is focusing on how to promote and how to make better supply of critical raw materials. The CRM, it says that is critical raw material to the European Union. And there is a legal material, this EU CRM regulation, which is now under development. Soon, probably it will be came into force. And this says that the national mineral exploration programs should foster the development of the critical raw materials value chain, and moreover that these EU members should have strong obligations towards the exploration of their mineral potential regarding critical raw materials. As you see in this map, there is a map which indicates that where are these potential critical raw materials for the European Union. In many cases, this is in Scandinavia, but also our region, this is the Carpathic Balkanic region. It's also another one, and the Portugal and Spain, so Iberian Peninsula, a third one. And this is important. Was important also for the organizing the consortium on this, and the EIT raw materials had an opinion that we need the EIT raw materials needs a specific MSc program in mineral exploration geology with strong field focus. The other important thing that it should be that the TMREX is a EIT labeled program, and for all of these labeled programs, the so-called T-shaped professional concept is an important criteria and the driving force. And there is also one quotation from this critical raw materials regulation proposal, which says that for the critical raw materials, the value chain required human capacity, including by ensuring the adequate and skilled workforce to support the industry. So it emphasizes that this the implementation of this new regulation, which is in the center of the EU mineral resource policy, it requires also strongly requires skilled work for adequate and skilled workforce, and it quite harmonizes with the so-called T-shaped professional concepts, which is an important concept of the EIT. So what is this T-shaped professional concept? On one side, as you see, this orange part of the capital letter T, this is the strong hard skills. In our case, the strong hard skills, these are focusing on geology, mineralogy, geochemistry, geophysics, so the professional part, including also and strongly emphasizing field focused geology, and also new exploration application of new exploration technologies, and also application of new exploration approaches using 3D modeling, using geostatistics, big data in the evaluation, and so on. So therefore, the data processing in this case is also highly important. But this is only one part, but highly important, but only one part of this education concept. The other part of the education concept is that the other part of this, the capital letter T, which symbolizes the soft skills, because the practice in the industry shows that for these specialists also the soft skills development is also is highly important. Some of these soft skills is that a specialist in the resource raw materials field should be sensitive to the sustainability, to the environment, and also should know and handle with the resource efficiency, and also to know the circular economy concepts. On the other hand, there are some general transfers, let's say transversal skills, which are important for any kind of engineer, like work in teams, or leadership skills, and also entrepreneurial skills and knowledge, including also communication, and also especially for the geology, and also for other raw materials focused fields, to work in a quickly changing, and also quickly in a multidisciplinary this environment, to talk and to understand with different social groups, with different kind of people, and this is also in the third point is also important, to the social sensitivity of that students also would get skills on this. And I would also only mention one important topic. This is the social license to operate, which influences in many cases the success or some troubles with mineral development and mineral exploration projects wherever in Europe, but also we can say that wherever in the world. The consortium partners of the TIMREX, there are 4 universities. The University of Zagreb, who is the host of this event now also, the University of Miskolc from Hungary, Wrocław University from southwestern Poland, and from the north Sweden, this is the Luleå University of Technology. And all these 4 universities have mineral exploration focused master programs in English, as Anna has already described it and mentioned it for the Zagreb University. All the other 3 universities also have this English thought mineral resource engineering and mineral resource exploration focused master programs. And on the top of the academic partners in the consortium, it is also highly important that we have 8 non-academic partners, which are research institutes like the Geological Survey of Slovenia, and also industry-focused research institutes like the KGHM Cuprum for the Polish mining industry, but also mining companies like the Swedish Boliden company, startups which are using specific mineral exploration technologies like the UNEXWIN georobotics, and all the other partners also, they have their specific task within this joint master program. The specific outcomes of the program are that one important point is to use the new innovative mineral exploration technologies and approaches on the field and also in the laboratories and in the data evaluation and interpretation. The program itself is strongly field-based. There are many field programs at the partners and also jointly organized program as well. And as an EIT labeled master program, it should have a mandatory structured mobility, mobility between two universities, and also double degree options for the students to receive the diploma from both of these universities. In between the two semesters, there was also an internship, and with the help of the RIS internship project, we use this opportunity to make it an international internship. And we also have a strong emphasis on the development of entrepreneurial skills and of the students to become later some service providers in the field of mineral exploration market. And all of these are going to the learning by doing approach, which also is an important device for the program. The program structure, it is in this chart. In the first year, the topic of the program is more general and more or less similar at the so-called starting universities. The student may start the program at Miskolc, University of Miskolc, or at Zagreb, or Wroclaw. And the topics here, what the student learned, these are more the master level. These applied earth sciences and exploration, general knowledges. Then during the summer, there is a joint program where each students go to North Sweden and takes part in a 1-week field exploration camp. And also in the rest of the summer, the students have the opportunity to go to some industrial or research institute partners to complete some internships. And in the second year, depending on the request of the student, they may specialize in 4 options. Lula University of Technology is specified in ore mineral exploration. They make it very professional for this topic. If the specialization of the University of Miskolc more as in geophysical exploration and some sensor techniques and robotization, while for the Wroclaw, the specification more is in mining geology and the geomatics applications, GIS kind of knowledge. And for the University of Zagreb, this is the non-metallic minerals exploration as a specialization. And in the third semester, there is a specific course for all these students, regardless that where they are. It is the Exploration Entrepreneurship course run by the European Federation of Geologists, the EFG. This is the EFG mentoring course, and this skills make the student later to become some individual geologist experts later and to sell their skills and knowledges in the market as a freelance geologist. And in the diploma semester, there are as a student research work which connects to the diploma topic, thesis topic, and also there is a SOC internship, social and civic internship, a small 2 credits unit where the student should do some research in the field of social and civic relations of that topic, which is the master program. As I mentioned, the social license to operate is a highly important issue for all of our actions and activities. Therefore, the SOC internship gives some learning by doing type of skills also for the students in this sense. And well, okay, so here this is a summary of that. What are the expected impacts of the project? One is to supply later geologists, specialists for the Scandinavian, Balkan, Carpathian region, also, and the integration of this the knowledges of the EIT innovation results in the project, in the program, and as I told, also to become later possibly as entrepreneurs, as service providers for mineral exploration companies, or to become some qualified persons under the CIRSCO template. And one more thing, what I would like to call your attention, that for students outside of the TIMREX program, in this year we also organize one specific summer field school. This summer field school will be focused on the hydrothermal gold deposit discovery and geomodeling in Telkibánya in northeast of Hungary between 10th and 14th of June of this year, and students are welcome to this program. Thank you very much for listening me and for the opportunity to participate in this event. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Ferenc, for a fantastic presentation. And now we continue with the presentation of PROMISE, Erasmus Mundus Joint Master Program in Mineral and Metal Processing Engineering. So I'm kindly inviting our Professor Bedekovic, who is our coordinator at the University of Zagreb, to give us a short presentation. Gordane, izvoli.
Ne čuje se ništa.
Ne čujemo te, Gordane. Vidimo prezentaciju, vidimo ekran.
Gordane, hoćeš možda ipak ovdje doći kod mene u ured ili... Nisam uspio riješiti tehnički to, probali smo sa drugim slušalicama. We had some difficulties. I think they are not solved probably.
Hoćemo li nastaviti dalje dok to ne riješimo? Gordane, ili ćeš od Dalibora iz ureda? Pošalješ prezentaciju?
Mogu možda ja nastaviti pa da se Gordan prebaci kod nekog drugog ureda?
Može. So we will continue due to the technical problems. We will just make a short shift in the schedule and then continue with the third block and then return back to PROMISE. So our next presenter is Kristina Koret, our associate here at the University of Zagreb, and she will give us an overview on the RISI internship program, collaboration with the industry during the study. Kristina, izvolite.
Thank you, Sibila. Do you all see my screen?
Yes.
Okay, thank you. So shortly, our RIS internship project is related to, in general, creating a better connection with industry and education and research by improving professional opportunities to the benefit of both students and organizations which are related to the raw material sector from the RIS region. Eligible students are the ones that are enrolled in the master study programs and related to the sector. Also, what we want to achieve is to familiarize the future young professionals with real working environments in advance. In the program, we also accept students that are enrolled in the EIT-labeled master study programs, such as Emerald, Sinrem, Amir, and Timrex, but they are eligible to receiving only the travel cost reimbursement, while other EIT-labeled programs are zero grant. Here on this map, you can see in blue color the RIS region, which is covered by this program. Bosnia and Albania, although they are non-RIS countries, are also RIS internship eligible. Why was this program established? According to the early benchmarking results that were made also after the experience of the Adria internship project, but also in the first year of RIS internship implementation in 2022, we have concluded that there is a lack of a harmonized definition of an internship in general and in the legislative frameworks. So this leads to the fact that the funding opportunities, working conditions, and terms are uncertain for both parties engaging in such agreements. Which provides many challenges for students in finding any sorts of internship, traineeship, or anything related to job experience, especially after graduation. Then it gets much more unstable and much harder. So these legal frameworks do not vary only across the European Union between the member states, but also within a single one. What would be the challenges more related to the raw materials sector? Recently, I did a small investigation, and according to the data given by the Erasmus Plus Mobility for the territory of Croatia, University of Zagreb, only 3% of student mobility is related to the raw materials sector. It depends on how they keep their databases, but this raw material sector more exactly is related to mining and extraction field, environmental and earth science, mechanics and metal protection, and metal trades and environmental protection technology in the period of the last 3 years. Regarding the mobility of students from our faculty, so this is all mobilities included except for RIS internship. We will talk about it later. In the last 3 years, as you can see, the percentage of students is also very low, especially in the academic year 2022 to 2023, when there was zero students going to internship, but this is also the year when our project took on its success. Additionally, raw materials is a quite interdisciplinary field, so it is very challenging if a student tries to find an internship by a self-initiated research. Whether there is a lack of information about the organization, lack of contacts, a lack of knowledge of what they can do and in which topic exactly can they perform and how. There is a lack of unified and centralized platform, also specific to the raw material field and specific to the region. According to benchmarking results made in October 2022, also related to Erasmus Plus Mobility, but related to the number of open positions that host organizations can offer, we found out that only 6 internship positions were available to students in the whole region out of 1,014 openings. This information is available on this link, which is a sort of also matching platform, but students have to search for everything themselves, and no filters are available to direct the search. Shortly, I will represent the structure of our program. So on our main project webpage, both students and organizations can apply, and then they are automatically directed to the business intern matchmaking platform. There, students can research an open database of all potential hosting organization and read all details about what an organization does, how many internship months can they offer, and at which period of the year. Also, many organizations provide a description of the topic and exact mentor. When a student has the possibility to choose 3 organizations at the same time, and each organization has 14 days to process the application. If a student's application is accepted, a student then has to sign the agreement between us as the program coordinator and them and do a short training before the internship is implemented. And also another agreement is signed between us and between host organizations. Mentors which will participate in the internship also have to undertake a short training. After the internship is completed, students have to provide us with final report and feedback about their experience, and mentors should only provide us the feedback. So this was very shortly explained, but all of these administrative procedures run automatically on our platform. Nevertheless, we as a program coordinator still have to intermediate in many of these processes. We have to manage the whole thing, and we have some user credentials to manage the whole process when necessary. So what the students need to apply, it is very simple. They just need to upload 6 documents, the scan of the bachelor degree and master study program, which have to be related to the raw materials field. So mining and extraction, metallurgy, geology, geotechnology, but other adjacent fields are also eligible, but in that case, they need to provide additional motivation letter where they explain the connection to the strategic objectives of EIT raw materials. Scan of official GPA, which has to be at least 60% of maximum grade, CV, passport, and motivation letter. Students, except for EIT labeled, are eligible to receiving monthly scholarship, which varies from 200 to 800 euros per month. It depends on the distance between their place of study or residence and internship location. The highest category is allocated to students undertaking internship across co-location centers, more specifically students from East and Southeastern Europe that conduct internship in Spain, Italy, or Portugal. And it also is the same in vice versa. So what are the general opportunities for students that decide to take on internship? And for example, in our program, this is an additional educational program that can enrich your general study experience and the obligatory curriculum. The working conditions and learning content is defined and in most cases of high quality, and it has been studied that quality internships can improve later the labor market matching. Besides that, students get an insight into the entry-level role and get a real work experience, they also get a learning experience. So they can step out of their comfort zone because now they will work alongside real professionals and not only classmates. And they can demonstrate what they learned during the internship implementation and also connect it with the knowledge they have from their current studies. This is also an opportunity that students get familiarized with the work environment, but without real commitments and for a limited short of time. Also nowadays, it is expected to be shown in the CV at least one internship, but it can give you a great leverage on the labor market. The opportunity is more related to the sector, as I already mentioned. But in our case are that the funding opportunities are certain, so everything has a clear structure, administration procedure is very easy, learning outcomes, content and working conditions are very well known. There is this centralized matchmaking platform, which is very user-friendly and with minimum effort. And from this year, students can also combine the internship implementation with master thesis. I will talk about it in the next slide. And in general, it is a great opportunity, if not for real employment, then for the exposure and building professional network, which is very important for the career build and discovery. So on our webpage, you can check the list of available master thesis topics. But before you apply to our program and to this master thesis, of course, each student should check what are the conditions at their universities to do so. And naturally, you would need two mentors. But again, also, we have a case where students can present and propose their own master thesis to organizations. They are welcoming these initiatives. Now, I will talk just a bit for the last session about our achievements in 2023. So in the previous year, we had in total 172 candidates that applied from 14 different RIS countries according to their country of university. But if we look at the structure of students according to their country of citizenship, we actually had students coming from 45 different countries across the globe. So about 80% of all our internship candidates came from non-RIS countries. That year we created successfully 83 internships, but if we look at the achievements for Croatia, they are not that high. So in all Croatia, only 17 students created the internship. Most of them were here and 6 were abroad. From our faculty, 12 students created internships, 10 were implemented in Croatia and 2 were abroad, but in the neighboring countries. In the first year of project implementation, the percentage is quite low. So 2 students created internship and only 1 was from our faculty. Both were implemented in Croatia. For the last slide, I wanted to show a comparison of the pilot program Adria Internship and the comparison of our current project achievements in the first 2 years of project implementation. As you can see, there is a positive growth in all of the main project objectives for a successful implementation. So the number of internships created has been increased in 177% in only 1 year difference in a project implementation. But adjacently, there was also a huge increase in the percentage of months of the student mobility. So 156 months were implemented. We can say that many time many mentors took of their work to do something that is beneficial for the community and without reimbursement for the mentors. The increase of organizations in the pool and internship positions offered is also high. Actually, you can see that even though the increase of internship positions offered is not that high, it's only 20%, the increase in created internships is very large. So this is not directly correlated. The increase in RIS internship total candidates is also above 100%. And lastly, I would like to extract that our main achievement in the previous year was that 6 students were actually employed in the companies that they did internship in and within the same year of internship implementation. On our webpage in the legacy section, student can read the other students' success stories, which is the best way to get introduced to our program, to hear the first hand-on experience. And you can follow us on our webpage and social media. So this is it from my side.
Thank you so much, Christina, for this very nice presentation and elaboration. Now, let's go back to the promise. Erasmus Mundus. Gordane, are you ready with the equipment?
Yes, I hope that I am
Excellent.
ready for the second time.
Excellent. So the floor is yours.
Thank you very much. Just a second. Mute yourself. No, to sam ugasim. Okay. So I hope that you see my presentation. Am I
Yes.
right? Yes. Okay. I will tell you a few words about our promise study. Here at the first slide, you can see how the acronym promise was created. So through this presentation, I will introduce you about this program just in general, as you can see from the content of my presentation. Everything started in 2019 when 5 colleagues agreed, or I could say made a promise. So in 2019, they said yes to Professor Maria Sinchi Gonzalez, who proposed such a study. During the preparation of application for the project, there was a lot of online work, several live workshops, meetings with the industry partners, and a lot of other activities, as you can see on these 6 figures below. At the time of application, we had a lot of partners from industry, some research centers, some universities, 35 of them. And today we could say that we have partners from 12 countries. Because in the meantime, new partners joined from USA, UK, then 2 institutes from Germany and 5 more companies from Croatia. Our plan was to enable 100 students to complete their studies in 4 intakes, of which 84 of them, or 84%, would receive a scholarship of 1,400 euro per month, and for the other 16 to enable inclusion in the studies as self-financing students. At the same time, we ensure an even representation of scholarship holders, in principle, no more than 10% of students of the same nationality. There are a lot of aims of our study, and some of them are to improve education for future mineral processing engineers with capabilities to use of innovative and sustainable techniques in the recovery of valuable materials, then support innovation, use of best available technologies aligned with the European Union priority strategy, a European Green Deal, then develop new synergies and cooperative efforts among relevant stakeholders in the areas of sustainable mineral processing development, complex mineralogy, low-grade ores, metallic and non-metallic minerals, and urban mining, optimizing of mineral process, integrate more sustainability in engineering education, ensuring a lower CO2 footprint, higher recovery rates with less waste, lower energy and water demand, etc. So, according to our structure of the study program, during their study, students will move to at least 3 universities. Students will start first semester in Finland at the University of Oulu, who is our project coordinator. This is the youngest of all 4 universities. It is located in town Oulu, 5th biggest town in Finland. In the first semester, students will learn major aspects of mineral processing, such as mineral characterization, geometallurgy, mineral separation processes, modeling and simulation, and quality of marketable concentrates. Of course, 5 points are acquired through elective courses. After the first semester, everyone goes to Leoben to start second semester at the University of Leoben, a university with a very long tradition. And the second semester focuses on industrial minerals and building materials, also to dry separation processes. And the lectures are complemented by hands-on course in a well-equipped laboratory. Here, 4 points are acquired through elective courses. In the third semester, half of students, according to their own preferences, goes to Chile, to town Valparaiso, which is located about 120 kilometers from Santiago, to the university with, as you can see, long tradition, Technical University Federico Santa Maria. This semester covers innovative approaches to mineral and metal processing in terms of determination of energy requirements in different stages of combination, valuable file particle separation by flotation, environmental aspects, due water and energy footprints, etc. Here also 5 points are acquired through elective courses. The second half of the students in the third semester goes to Croatia, to Zagreb, to the University of Zagreb, a university with very long tradition, to our Faculty of Mining, Geology and Petroleum Engineering. In this third semester in Zagreb, students will learn about sustainable mineral and waste resource management through maximizing yield and utilization of secondary raw materials by reuse, recycling, and reprocessing minerals and wastes. Maybe I should mention that the teacher from the Chile comes to Zagreb and take lectures at the course solid liquid separation, while the teacher from Zagreb goes to Chile to teach course presentation and publication of research, which is also offered as elective course to Chilean group of students. Also, 5 ECTS points are acquired through elective courses. And finally, in the fourth semester, students prepare a master thesis in cooperation with our industrial partners and defend it at one of our 4 universities of the consortium. Who can apply? Well, students could apply with a bachelor or master science degree, but also if they are already employed, they also could apply for this study. About suitable profession, I could say that more or less all engineering professions could apply, and also geology, mineralogy, and chemistry are also accepted. Where you can apply at, of course, through our web page of the study by link, go to application platform, and you will need some documents, nothing special, your bachelor or master diploma with transcript of records, copy of your ID or passport card, motivation and recommendation letters, certificate of English, and CV in Europass format. The application process will be opened during October, November, and December. So now a little bit about benefits for students. I call it individual benefits. Here are some of individual benefits. Let's call it general, such as international higher education, international cooperation, etc. A lot of them. Then secondly, once a month, we have online meetings with students to share and to solve their eventual problems. So you are not alone. And of course, diplomas, not only one diploma. They will get at least 3 diplomas from Finland, Austria, and of course, third diploma will be promise diploma. And by mobility, diploma from Chile if they were in Chile in the first semester, and unfortunately not diploma from Zagreb, only transcript of records. Of course, scholarship, I already mentioned it previously. And the next individual benefit is professional excursions. They will have opportunity to visit really large and impressive mines such as Kivitsa nickel mine in Finland, for example. Other plants connected with mining like cement industry. This is photo from Austria, from last year. And in case that they choose Croatia for the first semester, a lot of recycling and mining plants, such as you can see on these figures, battery or e-waste or glass packaging or old car tires recycling plants, and car recycling, cement companies, a lot of them, really a lot of them. So in the addition of professional excursions, we also visited some museums, such as like Neanderthals Museum in town Krapina, then some cultural sites like Amphitheater in Pula, and we also visited Memorial Center of Nikola Tesla in Nikola Tesla's born place, Smiljan. So next one is they will have opportunity to work in the state-of-the-art laboratories and equipment. There are a lot of laboratories at this study. So it seems that it was all. Thank you for listening to me, and I hope that I was not too boring. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Gordon, for sharing with us all the information on PROMIS. It looks really promising, and I really like the slide at the beginning, back from 2019. We will continue now with the block on collaboration, innovation, and technological developments embedded in the study programs or to be used as additional programs after the study, with presentation of RECOMAG given by Professor Marta Milosic from University of Zagreb. So what are up-to-date technological achievements and how we integrate these using one of the YETI projects. Marta, please.
Thank you very much for inviting me. I had to first to open microphone and then to share screen. Do you see now the screen?
Yes, still not full screen.
Okay. So I would like to present the work we have done in the frame of the RECO2MAG project. And first of all, I will tell you something about the project and then about the work we have done, which is related to education. So RECO2MAG project is entitled Novel Grain Boundaries Engineered Neodymium Iron Boron Permanent Magnets, and the duration of the project was 2 years. So last 2 years the project finished at the last New Year. It was financed by EIT Kikro Material. This is the consortium, so the leader of the project was Jožef Stefan Institute. Then we had Geological Survey of Slovenia. We had Swedish Environmental Research Institute, and then also one industry partner, which was one of the most important partners, Magneti Ljubljana, because they have produced magnets. And then we have university partners such as Belgrade University, Zagreb University, and then another industry partner was Valeo from France. So what was actually the objective of the project? It was to use the latest technological innovations for high-tech and raw material efficiency in the production of permanent magnets, coupled with the latest information on critical raw materials resources in risk countries to create product chain organizations for a more independent and efficient European Union permanent magnet industry ecosystem. So there was two different topics. One is to make better permanent magnets with less rare earth elements, but with higher efficiency. And on another hand, to see what is the current state of primary and secondary raw materials for permanent magnets in southeastern Europe. Our work was in the frame of work package 5, education and learning. So the goal of this work package was actually to share the knowledge gained during the implementation of the project with the wider stakeholder community, so with PhD students, researchers, as well as policymakers and raw material exploration and production experts. And emphasis was, of course, that the participants are in risk countries. So the countries we already saw the map of risk countries. And so what were the objectives? First, we had to develop 2 online courses syllabi, one on permanent magnets and one of rare earth elements value chain. Then to certify each of these developed courses by ECTS credits, and then to organize implementation of e-learning courses during our project. And to be sustainable, we had to adapt learning materials and recorded lectures to be used as open educational resources. So what does it mean, syllabi of the course? So we had to think about the title, description of the course, objectives, learning outcomes, the content of the course with required learning materials. We had to decide about the grading policy and learning activities. In the task 5.2, we were focused on organization and implementation of these online courses, which were developed in the task 5.1. So we had online meetings with lecturers and panelists. We made agendas of these courses. We prepared platform for an online course. So GoToMeeting was the platform for the first part of the course. Then e-learning platform where we put all the learning materials and where we had communication with the participants. Then the very important part was actually advertisement of the course, that we have enough participants, then communication with applicants and conducting examination and evaluation and awarding certificates, because of course it was not enough to participate in the courses but also to successfully finish them. And the task 5.3 was preparation of these open educational resources. So to adapt all these materials which were developed not to be used only once, but that everybody else can use it in the future. And we wanted to grant Creative Commons license CC 0, which means that these materials can be used for any purposes without restriction under copyright or database law. So we put all this material in our digital academic archives and repositories, which is called DABAR, and they are open. So I will tell you a little bit more about all of these 3 stages. So both courses we developed had short version, so only these 8 hours of lectures with one introductory panel discussion and final discussion with one online test, and successful participants got a certificate of attendance. But we also offered the longer version for those who were interested to gain one additional ECTS credit. So these students had 22 hours of teamwork, and they had to write in a team one scientific essay on the subject we gave them, and also to present it. So this longer version actually was about 30 working hours of students. These are the learning outcomes of the first course, which were organized already in 2022. This is the course Green Deal and Circular Economy Challenges of Rare Earth-Based Permanent Magnets with Technical Aspects. So the course was mostly for the students from physics or electrotechnics who are more dealing with magnetization, and also for all who are interested in production of permanent magnets. This was the outline of the course. So there were 6 different lectures with very interesting introductory roundtable. Our professor Sibila Borović-Ošterić was moderator, and we had guests, panelists like Milan Krohol from DG GROW, Roland Gauss from EIT Raw Materials, Carlo Burkhardt from Pforzheim University, Badri Veluri from Grundfos, and our project leader Kristina Žužek from Jožef Stefan Institute. So we think because now we have all these videos recorded and can be seen also in the future. The second workshop was Rare Earth Elements, Value Chain Gaps and Opportunities in Adria region. So here are the learning outcomes. So this course was mainly focused on properties of rare earth elements, their behavior, about primary, secondary sources of these elements, especially emphasized on the southeastern Europe. So, and this is also the similar, the agenda is similar. We had 6 different courses, also introductory roundtable and final discussion. I won't go through all of this, but I hope you will have all of these presentations to see it. So what we managed for the first course, we had actually 48 successful participants and 8 for the long version. And out of these, 56% of women. And in another course, even more successful participants, 70. Again, 8 participants made a long version and about 47% of women. And then after all of this, we made these open educational resources. They are now placed in our digital repository. This is the first version, and it is open. It is now in MBZ extension. Actually, this is a backup of our Moodle platform course. So everybody who uses Moodle can upload it to your Moodle platform and use it as you want. Of course, I would like to tell you that it will be better to approach these courses maybe next week, because some of the videos we did are very large. So our Center for e-learning are helping us how to solve the problem, that everything is easily achievable. So this is now, and these 2 links will be also available in the future for these 2 online courses. So this is all from me. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Marta. We will share all the presentations later on. So if somebody will have an interest to click and to listen to the RICOMAG recorded workshops, it's possible. So we continue with the block presenting the MISI School, Dubrovnik International Mining School, implementing innovations and sustainable practices for now 9th year in the row. Vieko, our professor in mining, Professor Bohanek, will give us a short version of a long 9 years long story. Vieko, please.
Thank you, Svila.
Okay, you are in the full screen. Yes.
Okay, great. So I will give you insight about the Dubrovnik International Mining School. Actually, it is the first project of EIT raw materials managed by University of Zagreb Faculty of Mining. And I would like just to share with you how the project started, where are we now, and what happened during this 9 year of tradition. We have started in 2016 as a pilot project between Montana University in Leoben and University of Zagreb Faculty of Mining, Geology and Petroleum Engineering. After that, we applied for EIT Raw Materials School and we shaped program for the next 4 years, which means from 2017 up to 2020. And after that, we increased the number of the partnering consortium and also rearranged the program for the period 2021-2024. And like I said, we started as a pilot version. The title of the first school edition was Innovative Approach to Blasting. As you can see from the start, we have innovation in our title, which means that special care was given to innovation. And the reason why we choose blasting is because the group of experts in University of Zagreb and Montana University in Leoben was dealing with the drilling and the blasting. And during the first edition, we had only 15 participants, and we have 9 lecturers from 3 different countries. Also, we gained 2 sponsors. The first was Cemex company, and the second one, Austin Powder company. And our target was our students, academicians, and professionals. And during the preparation for the first year of the school, also we recognize the few challenges that education sector in the Europe, especially in this area, are cope with. And these challenges are lack of lifelong learning courses and other forms of informal education in EC region. Also, our higher education system are, let's say, they are not bad, but they have some space for improving. And if you want to pass knowledge directly or to gain the people into innovation, then you have to move fast. And if you want to change something on the faculty, it needs a lot of time and effort, and you are not sure that you are going to succeed in that. And when we did the benchmark for the other lifelong learning courses, we realized that there is some courses, but they are mostly connected with the Western Europe, and also they are quite expensive, actually not affordable for the people in EC region. That's why we came to idea to provide unique lifelong learning course for professionals in the field of raw material sector. Also, we would like to connect knowledge with the practical work and also bring all the experts and the students and the professional in Dubrovnik, where we will have a great playground for the new innovative idea. Altogether, if we want to offer some product for the market, we have to have affordable price, so we wanted to have a best value for the money. And on this slide, you can see how the program is shaped. First year we started with the zero waste management, and in 2020 we conclude the first edition with the innovation in mining with processing. And how we did that, from the beginning we include the industry to get the insight from the industry, to get their recommendation, because mostly this program is shaped for them. And according to the industry demand and request, we shaped the school. School was delivered in Dubrovnik every year in October. And school was recorded in the form of online course, which means that we as a consortium are able to achieve a little bit of sustainability, because we can also generate some incomes from these online courses. And moreover, we use any network that we are able to use, which means CEPUS Ramses Mobility Network. We got few stipends every year from our Ministry of Science and Scholarship. And before the war in Ukraine started, we have quite a lot of students from the Ukraine that are that received the scholarship from the Ukraine industry partners. And if we manage all these efforts together, then you can see on the right side how we increase the number of the students every year, the number of the teacher, and also the area that we cover with the Dubrovnik International Mining School. And on the end of year 2020, we received one acknowledgements. Actually, we got award for the good practice and success story, which also it was great for us, and also it was oblige us to keep moving. And we also shape a program for the next few years. Actually, from 2021 to 2024, we rearrange ourselves a little bit. We firstly focus on the professionals. We increase the number of the partners in consortium, and also we recognize the partner who are going to provide the lesson for this period. So we have University of Miskolc for innovation and exploration. We have University of Liège. We have the last year Montana University in Leoben. And this year we are going to have National Technical University from Athens. Although we focused with second edition to the professional, we haven't forget our students. Basically, for the students, we every year after we have a spin-off workshop, and this year in a few weeks we are going to have spin-off workshop in Oben for our students. All of these spin-off workshops are free for our students. They will receive accommodation and right of participation. Only they have to pay the travel cost to the Leoben. And unfortunately, every beginning has the end, and this year in October we will have a last edition. The topic is innovation in oral processing, and it will be held in October. Like I said, our partner NQA will provide a 3-day course, and the first day we are going to talk about innovation in the process of primary and secondary raw material. After that, about an environmental impact assessment of processing operation and environmental management system, and the last day will be safe for economic assessment of investment. And all the information you can find on our web page or our LinkedIn profile, where we are very active, or you can contact us by the mail. This will be all from me now.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you very much, Vieko. So we continue with the last lecture, which is on a doctoral school called Pro SLO. So I will share my screen now with you and tell you a little bit on the social license to operate. Let me see, how do I do this? So do you see my screen?
Yes.
Thank you. So alongside with me in preparation of this material was Marta Milousnic-Kristina, Colette, and our dear colleagues from NTUA, Katarina Adam and Krista Panagiotopoulos. So first question is, what is an SLO? Social license to operate actually refers to the perception of the local stakeholders on a specific project, on a specific mine, on a specific company or industry that is operating in a given area or region in a socially acceptable way or a legitimate way. So it's not a piece of paper that you gain, it's a whole perception of the local regional stakeholders in the society. So the 3 pillars are shown here, the range of the social contracts from a micro scale, which is local, where there are communities in place, where there are neighbors of your project, when maybe there are some indigenous people living there, when there are business owners, residents, and local governments that you need to negotiate. Then there are communities of interest like NGOs or governmental agencies who are acting on the local way. And then you have another larger scale, which is a regional scale, where you have a communities of indigenous people or business owners, where you have a communities of interest, like a local governments, like a local NGOs, or local markets, regional markets. And then it's the whole society. So it's again state or provincial governments, and then NGOs acting at the level of state, markets, national governments, international NGOs, etc. So it's quite a complex story, and let's say the several sets of boundaries that your project or your site or your industry would like to pass through, and the right way is up, not down. So the acceptance of the tolerance is the first step in gaining social license to operate. But in this stage, there will be some watchful monitoring. There will be presence of the outside NGOs who will quite carefully monitor what is happening with the project or the industry which is coming in the certain region. And then in the way up, on the way up, the credibility boundary is crossed when you have approval and support of the company which is sought as a good neighbor, and there is a pride in collaborative achievements of the local stakeholders. And then the next and the final step that you would like to reach is the trust boundary, is a kind of co-ownership where you have a joint decision-making process or co-management of the projects. And on the way up, many companies do not succeed, not just the mining companies, but also companies dealing with other types of industry. And quite often with wrong, let's say, introduction of the local society or ignorance toward the local society, the ways of the companies are going down. So then it actually ends as site rejection or withdrawn, where you have a physical resistance, you have a legal challenges, illegal and legal obstacles. So all the negative parts of the let's say society or region, local and regional governments that is trying to actually reject the project. So the idea was to create a PhD school for PhD students in general, and to address all of these problems is one of the critical issues in the raw materials mining sector. This is the structure of the consortia with 7 academic partners, Zagreb being one of them, 1 research institute, and 1 company coming from Greece. And our objectives were first actually to identify educational, social, environmental, industrial needs, and then to develop and finalize the learning outcomes of the for school, and then to develop learning pathways and education materials, that means the didactics, then to start with the pilot school and evaluate the outcomes of the first pilot school and develop an updated version of the second school. And in the final step, to digitalize the material and upload it to a massive open online course via communication platforms to be open for larger groups of stakeholders. So our timeline in the project, which lasts for almost 3 years, is firstly in first year to identify the input requirements needs coming from the industry and from the student point of view. So with the industry, a number of meetings, focus groups, and interviews are envisaged, and with the students, review of the curricula and identification of the gaps in the existing curricula in the raw material study programs, and then development of the educational materials and also evaluation of materials. So the design of the course, design of the case studies, communication collaboration with mentors from the industry, and then digitalization of the material. And then in the second year, we start with the evaluation, collecting input on the first ProSLO course, elaborate the findings, and improving and updating the materials after this evaluation to actually prepare for the second course and the final digitalization, and will come at the end of the project. So after the final evaluation, all of these materials will be elaborated and incorporated in the final educational material. So the curriculum of the school is developed based on several elements. First is Bloom taxonomy, together with Intercomp framework that ensures quality of learning outcomes. And then we have the entrepreneurial skills that are built in. Then we have a real industry challenge-based study using case studies from the industry, and then the results and stakeholder experience. So the collaborative problem solving, interdisciplinary thinking, critical analysis, creative solutions are also a part of the curricula. And then all these elements have to be built in with the compulsory requirements of the EAT for the labeling procedure, which is the mobility, involvement of the industrial partners, recognition of the applicational procedures, selection procedures, admission procedures. Also, an element called EAT overreaching learning outcomes, which was already previously discussed by Anna and Ferenc. So sustainability, judgment, creativity, innovations, intellectual transformation, leadership skills, all of these elements. Then the EAT learning environment, which means learning by doing curricula, international cross-organization mobility. Then all the results of the project should be assessed, evaluated. The student entrepreneurship competencies should be emphasized, and learning outcomes through the research thesis should be checked. And we should have some key learning outcomes in the published articles, etc., like a post-project monitoring. And then the stakeholder experience coming from both on the side of students, from the side of the alumni, and from the side of industrial stakeholders. So some are the program elements, some are the post-implementation elements, and then there is some kind of a checklist during the curricular development, which is stated here. So the final outcomes is the 2 schools, one pilot school in Croatia and Bosnia, developed for 50 attendees, then second one in Greece for 20 attendees, and then the finalized MOOC Pro SLO course, which is actually placed on the market. So this is regarding the school. The course materials are using modern pedagogical tools, experience from industrial partners and NGOs, elevator pitch formats, and project development. And all of them will be developed and centralized in online data repository with the digitalized 3D content, some animations, videos, etc. And also we will have support for both mobile and desktop systems. So what is the structure of the school? First, we will have an online courses week, so 1 week, where the students will be introduced with basics on the SLO. They will be assigned to the thematic study groups, and then they will give each of these thematic study groups will be assigned by tasks to be completed before the second part, and they will have the online mentorship meeting with the lecturers and participants. Then we have 2 months interval for all of these students or trainees to work on this assigned task in the thematic study groups. And then we will have a number of online mentorship meetings between lecturers and participants. And then we have a physical school on site, either in Croatia, Bosnia, or in the second one in Greece, where the assignment of the participants will be assigned to multidisciplinary teams. And that means that from the thematic study groups, they will no longer be in the same groups, but each of the participants from the thematic group will be assigned to another team. And then they will be again reassigned by the case studies where they have to develop a methodologies to obtain SLO for a specific project. At the end, they will have to do the final pitching of that solution, and the evaluation will be based on the pitching with technical feasibilities, etc. And here they will be supported by mentors, supervisors from industry and the stakeholders. So at the end of the story, we will continue with the course labeling according to the EAT criteria, which has a number of requirements. And this is a procedure that lasts for a couple of months. Hopefully positive. If positive at the end, the course will receive an EAT label of quality. Thank you very much. So with this, I have to stop sharing my screen. and we are almost at the end of the assigned time. We have been a bit longer than we planned. So I would like to ask whether there are any questions from the participants to any of the lecture.
Yes, I have a question. Do you hear me?
Yes.
Really? With the same mic, with the same headphones?
It works now.
Yes, unfortunately, I have another meeting at 3 with our promise students, so I will be here in a few minutes. So if you have question about promise, please ask me in this 3-4 minutes.
Any question to any of the lecturer? If not, I would like to thank to all of my presenters today. The session was recorded and will be available at Regional Center Adria webpage for further watching, and YouTube channel likely. And I would like to ask you kindly to send to me the final versions of your presentation so that we could send it to the participants. Thank you very much for being here with us. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye. Thank you.